Hey guys, what's up? Shin0555 here, back with another drawing video. Today's video is going to be on Daisy the Seedrain. I believe she's from Sonic X. She looks very similar to Cosmos, so I don't know if this is like a fan recoloring of Cosmos or if she was actually in Sonic X. It's been forever since I seen Season 3 of Sonic X, so I'm not 100% sure on who this character is, but she's definitely from Sonic X. I should give that a rewatch now that I think about it. But getting on with the video, this video was requested by Joshua Vilgas. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But anyway, thank you for the request, Joshua. And yeah, before we get started, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really helps me out. Other than that, let's get our pencils ready and let's jump in. Alright guys, so what you want to start off doing is draw a nice decent sized circle. Keep it very light. This is just a gesture. We're just going to kind of box in some shapes here. And once you got that down, we can kind of get like this S curve that's going to go down here like this. And you're going to have another leg going down here. About here, this foot will go about here, then she's going to have like her arm go about there, so we're going to have a hand here, and then her other arm's just going to go kind of straight back like this. And then again, if you want to, you can kind of just do a nice like upper circle for like her upper part of her body, kind of like this nice kind of curve line, almost bean type shape for like the bottom part. And then we can get like a little circle here, and then just kind of like an oval here. But that's pretty much good for the gesture that we need. So I'm going to jump into the face here. And what we're going to do is draw in our crosshairs. They'd be something like this. And now what I like to do is I like to start right into the head shape. So we're going to start right about here, and we're just going to draw a nice little curve line that... Oh, already screwed up. First line in already screwed up. You want to keep it more rounded. You want to kind of keep it with the circle. So I'm just kind of round this off like this. And then we're going to get to about here. And it's just going to bump out. And then round off a little bit more till we get about there. And then once we get that in, what you can do is kind of complete the circle a little bit here. Like this, just to get kind of like a better head shape. And then we can kind of like break off where her hair is going to be. So basically, if we follow, like continue this line about here, this is going to be like the center point of where her hair is. So what that means is we're going to get a line going down here in the middle, and it's going to kind of curve over and around like this, and then same thing. Actually, this is way too low. Start about here, and you kind of want to go into a almost like how we draw Sonic with his eyes. So you get into like a V here, kind of go around, and it's going to wrap around, go into a spike here like that. And now this spike's actually kind of important, because what we're going to do here is basically take this and extend this circle out around her head. And keep this very light. I'm just gesturing it in so we know where everything's going to be. Like that. But now that we got that down, let's draw in her eyes, then we'll work in up to her hair and get that all done. So we'll start with her eyes. Her eyes aren't too bad. What we're going to do here is draw, or if you want to, you can draw kind of like an oval here and an oval about here like this. And you kind of want them angled like sideways, kind of like a sideways egg almost. And now we're just going to kind of follow that. We're going to draw a line curving around here like that. Make it a little bit sharp in this corner before going down. And you're going to leave a little bit of a space between this line ending, this line ending, and here, so you don't want them connected. And then what we're going to do is basically just draw a line that hugs this line very closely. And then it'll go in like that. And then right here we're going to get a nice little kind of like curve line going out. You get a little spike for the eyelash, and then you can shade all that in. And now what we can do here is draw in the eye itself, which is this nice big oval, like so. And then what we'll do is get a nice little half circle, or a circle right there, and then just draw a slightly smaller oval on the inside, and you could shade that in as well. And that's one eye. And now for the second eye, we're pretty much going to do the same thing. We're going to start right about here, curve this up, get to like kind of like a point there, and then curve it down and in like that. And then we're going to draw a line that hugs this line very closely. Shade that in. Then we're going to get a nice little spike here like this. Shade that in as well. And then for this eye, we're going to get that oval, which would be right about here. Like that. We'll get that little circle, and then a slightly smaller oval on the inside there, and shade that in. And then we could get in her smile too, which is basically just this nice little curve line, and get this line kind of intersecting it like that. And now that we've got that done, we can jump into the hair here. So the hair is not too bad. Again, they all kind of converge in on this point right here. So to draw that in, what we're going to do is draw a nice little curve line that goes down here like this. And it's going to curve over, and then this line will connect from here into there like that. Here we're going to have a line that goes off this line like this. So there's going to be a little space in the middle here as it curves over, and then again from the center point we're going to get a line that curves in like so. And then here again from the center point it'll kind of follow here. Then we're going to get a line that bumps out over, and then it goes in a little bit right there like that. And now we could darken in this line too. So just darken in this line. It's going to go out. I'm actually going to stop here, because what we're going to do now is get like a nice big circle here and a nice big circle right here. And then for these shapes, what we're going to do is you're basically going to get like kind of like a shape that looks like this. So two lines going out this way and then a curved line. And basically what you want to do here is from these angles curve them out, go in, and then you go into like a spike here, and then you go out and then in like that. And then here, very similar like this, we're going to have like a point in the middle, and then you just get kind of curved lines that go from that point and kind of like keep a rounded shape like that. So you get something like that. And then this one, it's pretty much the same thing, but we see it more kind of head on. So you're going to get kind of like this oval shape that goes around this like circle shape here. And then that's going to go in, wrap around, and go over. And then very similar to the other one, this is where you start getting the spikes. So we're going to get a curved line that goes into a spike here, and goes in right about there. And then these lines just kind of go into a spike, curve around, goes into a spike, and then goes in like that. You even can connect this line into that one. And then here we're going to get that center point, and now we're just going to get these curved lines that curve out of it, and still kind of keeping that like round circle shape. And you get a nice little bump there too, like that. So now that we got that down, now we can kind of finish in her hair. Again, in this center line here, or the center point, we're going to draw a nice little curve line that curves around, and then this line would connect into that line, and then here you would just get like a nice little bump, like so. And that's pretty much how you draw her head. And if you want to, you can gesture them in here, but she's going to have two little spikes going out here, and then one here. We'll draw those in a little bit later after we get kind of like her body drawn out. But speaking about getting her body drawn out, let's draw that in. So what I like to start off with doing is drawing her shoulder into her arm. So, because it kind of goes right off the head here. So basically what we're going to do here is get a nice little curve line that wraps around and kind of just curves straight down like that. And I'm going to keep this light, but it basically goes into like this nice big kind of shape that looks something like that. So you get a shape that looks similar to this, where you have a nice strong curve, it goes down, kind of wraps around and then goes up. Kind of looks like, I don't know, maybe like a leg or something. But now that we got this shape in, what you're going to do here is draw a nice little curve line that curves past these two lines. And basically what you want to do is just kind of follow this shape that we have here like that. And then draw this line in, darken that one in, and then this line will just be a nice little curve line that curves up like that. So that's good. And now we can draw in her hand, and her hand's not too bad. So we're basically going to get like the thumb that goes out here, and the rest of the fingers just kind of wrap around like this. And if you want to, you can draw a nice little curve line, and then draw the 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers, and then we'll get those lines going down like this. The middle finger is the longest one. But I'm going to just jump into detail here, and basically what I'm going to do is kind of hug this oval that we have a little bit, and then go out here into a thumb, kind of curve it around, dip it in, and now I'm going to go straight into the fingers here, so we're just going to go down, kind of curve in, straighten out the top, and go down. Here, this finger will go out, and then go in. This finger will be slightly shorter, and go in, and then this finger will go down, and in, like that. So there's that arm. And now we can kind of get in her upper body. So I'm just going to refine the shape here. I'm still going to keep it light, but basically it's going to be this nice little curve line that curves in like this. So you get a nice little kind of like S curve. And then the back is just this nice little curve line that'll stop right about here. And then you get kind of like her dress, which would kind of just be a shape that's similar to this. Like that. But now we get her upper body. And she has like this big oval right here. So to draw that in, we'd see a little bit of it of the top here and a little bit of it on the bottom. But the arm's covering a lot of it, so we won't draw like this part in because it's getting covered up. And then you can draw in kind of like this sash that she has going around her. So you're going to just draw a nice little curve line that curves around like this, and then one that hugs it. And a trick to this one is when you start here, you want to be very close to this line, and as you get here, you get farther away from it. So we'll be very close, and as we go out, we get farther away. And you want to go past this line a little bit, and then this line will go past it, up, and then over, and then in like that. So it's going to wrap around, and this line will curve up. And then you can darken in this line. And now that we've got kind of like the body done, we can just darken in these two little spike shapes that go out here like that. Darken in her face too. Little light. Little light. But now that's good. Now we could draw in her skirt. So again, I keep this line a little light. That's for good reason, because I don't want to make it too long where it's overlapping the other petals that she has. So basically what we're going to do here is you're going to get a nice little curve line that curves down, and you're basically just going to go into like a petal here. So it goes down kind of like a spike, then it curves up, and then this is where this line would kind of intersect right there. But you don't want it going into these other petals, so you want it to stop right about there. So you get that one. And then off this petal, you kind of get like another one where it goes out, kind of over, and then up, like so. And then you get one more here that goes kind of out, over, and just kind of curves up like that for her skirt. And then here, basically what you're going to do is you're going to get almost like a V, almost, right here and here. And then here, you'd see a little bit of it. You see it more on the side on this one. But that's pretty good. And now what we could do is draw in her legs. And her legs are fairly easy. So this leg's going to go out and then over like this. And then this leg's just going to kind of turn and go down here like that. But very similar to like this arm shape that we did. You're basically just going to draw a line going down. And then it's going to go kind of into the, curve right into this kind of shoe shape. So a shape that looks like this. and then it curves up like that. And then this one, this leg's kind of crossing over and then down. And then you wrap it around and then you get kind of like that shoe shape right there. Like that. And now we just draw on her shoe. And her shoe, very similar to like this shape. We're just going to get kind of like that V. It's going to wrap around and then go down. This one's going to bump out a little bit before going over and in like so. And then this line will start right here and just kind of curve over and then up. And then this line will just go up like that. So there's one foot. And then same thing here. This one will go down. We see a little bit more of the V here before it goes over and in. And then this will bump out a little bit. Kind of make the shoe a little bit wider before going up like so. So there you have it. There's her feet. And now we can just get her other arm. So her other arm's kind of just curving out here like this. So we basically just get two kind of like parallel lines that follow it like this. It'll stop about there, and then here's where we're going to get the hand. And now here, before we draw on the hand, we can draw kind of like this cuff part. So we're going to get a nice little curve line like this. It's going to bump out a little bit, go over, and then in like that. And then this line, it just curve up like so. I'll zoom in here. And now this hand's a little tricky. Basically what you want to do is draw an oval here, and then like a little circle right there, and then the rest of the finger, or the rest of the hand kind of goes over, and then up like that, goes down. Something like that, but the thumb's going to be right here. So what we're going to do is start off with the thumb. So we'll start right here, and draw a nice little curve line that curves over, and then up like this, and then goes in like that. And then we'll draw the fingers here. So it's going to start here and just be a curve line curving over, and then up like so, and it'll curve down. Then we'll get another one that'll go up about there, and then curve in. Then another one slightly smaller, and then you get a little bit of the pinky here. And then here we're just going to get a little bump and it curve in like that. Like so. And yeah, and actually I'll erase the guidelines here because this part looks a little sketchy. And I'll just redraw it real quick so you get a nice good look at it. Start off with the thumb, go in and over like that. Then we go into this finger here like this, and then starting here we're just going to go up and then go down. Up and down, up and down. Redraw this line in, and then you get a nice little bump here, like so. And there's that hand. And that is pretty much how you draw Daisy the Seedrain from Sonic X. So yeah, not too hard. She's like, the one problem with like characters like her, and this comes up with like Amy too, is when you have a character that has like a really round head, and like the rest of like her features are like rounded, you gotta keep that like rounded shape or it's gonna look off. So that's the hardest part, but I think if you can get the head down, the rest of the body isn't too bad. I'd say this is like a mid-level how to draw. But anyway, I will put the sketch that we just did up here. Stay. And I will put the inked version I did up there as well, so you could get a good look at both of them. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have requests, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. I make a how to draw video every Sunday. So just keep tuning in, and hopefully yours will come up. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really helps me out. And thank you again, Joshua, for the request. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you draw Daisy. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.